In this video, I'm going to walk you through a quick demo of strong proposals. But first, why did I create strong proposals? Well, the real reason is I just found that so many proposals that insurance agents were sending out were just boring. Everyone was sending out the same exact proposals, simply getting the PDF that the insurance carrier provides to them, attaching it to an email and sending it out. There was nothing really personalized about it. They weren't including any testimonials or social proof or any videos to tell them about their agency. There was just nothing really unique that would make their agency stand out when sending out a proposal. When creating strong proposals, our goal was to create a software platform that would empower agents to send out proposals that make them unique, that make them look different than the other five insurance agencies down the street sending out a proposal to that same prospect. And I think we accomplished that with strong proposals. And I'm going to walk you through some of the features inside of this platform that are going to help you separate yourself from everyone else. So as soon as you log into the platform the first time, you're going to see a dashboard right here. And it's just basic analytics. It's going to show you all the people on your team that are sending out proposals. So these are going to be your team members down here. And then up here, you're going to be able to keep track of the total proposals you've sent out, the number of proposals that have gone unopened, the number that have been opened, proposals that have been accepted, any questions that have come through, a breakdown of your employees, and then total clients inside the system. So that's just kind of your starting point, just to give you a gauge of what's going on inside of your agency. And that first time you come in here, there's all kinds of settings that you can play with. Obviously, you're going to do basic things like adding your agency info, your agency logo, picking your colors, things like that. But you also have the ability to come in here, add email and text templates that can be used over and over every time you send out a proposal. You're going to be able to choose from different templates that you build out inside the system. You can add unique proposal buttons to the bottom of your proposal to give people the chance to ask a question, to accept a proposal, maybe book an appointment with you on your calendar. So you're going to be able to personalize the buttons that appear at the bottom. You can add testimonials to your proposals. That could be a video testimonial if you're lucky enough to have those from your clients, or it could be a simple text testimonial. You can add in information about the companies that you represent. So, as an independent insurance agent, especially, there's a lot of times there's some smaller insurance companies that your clients or prospects may not be familiar with. Well, you can provide a unique write-up about those companies that you're recommending. You can build in follow-up settings inside of our tool here, where as soon as you send out a proposal, strong proposals will continue to follow up with that prospect until they've either opened up that proposal or responded to you. We have webhooks built into our system. You can even add your Facebook and Google Pixel to your landing page so you can retarget these people after they've opened your proposal. And we have a Zapier integration as well. So again, this is going to be something that you go through the first time you're just setting up your Strong Proposals account, and then you really don't need to touch it unless you want to make changes down the road. So let's go in here and take a look at what the process of creating a proposal actually looks like. So once I log in, I'm just going to click New Proposal right here. And I can either search for an existing contact that's already in the system, or I can add a new one. Let's go ahead and add a new contact. And you don't need a ton of details, just basic info, things like name, phone, and email, so that you're able to send out that proposal. But we will say, obviously it's a ridiculous name. I've done so many sample clients in this system at this point. I'm running out of ideas. So we'll say Johnson Dudley. From here, we'll say Johnson, gmail.com. That's the email address. And copy that over. And we're going to put in a phone number. Now keep in mind, the phone number is important. You want it to be ideally a person's cell phone because you want it to be text enabled so you can send out that proposal via text. And now I'm going to decide, am I going to do a personal insurance quote or a commercial insurance quote? I'll do personal for this example. All right, so I have added that new contact to the system, and now we're going to start building out that proposal. So what we're going to do in this section here is we're just going to click the icon that represents the type of proposal we're putting together. In this example, I'm going to say that we're going to send this individual a home insurance quote. So I'm going to click that, and we're going to send them an auto insurance quote. If I was sending them more than that, I would just click on the appropriate icon. All right, now we've selected that, we're going to pick our proposal type here. Just choose the design that you like. Personally, I like this one the best, so I'm going to choose that. And we'll give the proposal a name. And usually I'll just name it after the person or the type of quote it is. So I'll say auto and home quote. Now down here, we're going to start building out that proposal. Now there's two ways that you can build proposals in our system. You could build out a side-by-side comparison where on this side, you're showing all the information for the proposal that you are recommending to the contact. And then over here, you would put their current insurance information. And again, it's just going to create kind of that side-by-side comparison for them to take a look at and see what's different, what's the same, how do the pricing compare, things like that. The other option is to fill by a PDF. And this is a route that if you're really trying to get these proposals done quickly, this is a route that you may like. This allows you to skip the side-by-side comparison and simply upload the PDF that you get from your carrier. And that's going to embed it on a fancy landing page and just kind of spice it up a bit. But first, I'm going to show you the side-by-side comparison. So I'm going to just pause this video real quick while I fill out the info for you. All right, so I have my information filled out over here on the proposal that I'm recommending to the person, or rather the carrier that I'm recommending to this client. And once I have this all set up here, assuming I'm doing an apples-to-apples comparison, I don't have to go through and fill out this side. I'm just going to simply click this button here, and it's going to transfer over all the same information. So in this example, I'm recommending Progressive Home. Maybe they have, let's say, Safeco right now. So I'm just going to put in their current carrier right there, and then everything else is the same. If I need to make any tweaks, I could. And now down here, I'm going to fill out the cost. So this is a home insurance policy, so I'm going to quote the 12-month premium, and let's just say it's $1,500 a year. Now I'm going to put in the cost of their current policy. Maybe their current policy is $2,000 a year. If I wanted to add any notes to the system, I could. I could say something like, save an extra $200 if you pay in full. Whatever note you want to include there. All right, so I've got my home insurance quote done right here. Now I'm going to scroll down the page and go to the next section. And in this scenario, I am going to compare the auto. Again, I'm going to fill this out. So I'll pause the video while I take care of that. All right, so I got all my auto insurance information filled out here. Again, in this example, I'm just going to say I'm doing an apples to apples quote. So I'm going to copy the current column, and it's just going to transfer everything that I entered over here to their current auto provider. And in this scenario, we'll say that they have Citizens for their auto insurance. All right, so I have this all filled out. Now I'm just going to simply go down to the pricing again. And in this scenario, we'll go ahead and keep it as a 12-month premium, and we'll say they're paying $1,000, or our proposals for $1,000 a year, and maybe they're paying $1,250 a year. Same type of thing. I'll add a note: pay in full to save an extra $125 a year. All right, so that is done. Let's move on down the screen here. Now, if I want to show some information about the insurance companies that I'm recommending on my proposal, I could click this right here. And then what's going to happen is I'm just going to select the companies that I recommended here. So in this scenario, it was Progressive that I recommended. Okay. And if I want to save this layout as a template for future use, I could do so. If I want to attach any additional documents to this proposal, I could do so as well. Just simply upload the file. And let's save. All right, so this is where it gets fun. Now, one of the most unique features inside the system is the ability to add a video to your proposal. And this is definitely going to make you stick out. And this is one of the things that users are getting the best feedback on. Video is going to allow you to connect with your users in the way that a simple PDF or an email is just not going to do. So inside of our system here, we have our own video player that we have created. You could click capture right here. You can also upload a video from your computer. And then the final way is you can embed a video. So there are lots of different video recording tools out there, the most popular being Loom. So if you use Loom inside of your agency, you could create that video, grab the embed code, and just paste it right here. Now, in my example, I'm going to grab an old video I've used in the past. Let's just we'll grab this one. And we'll say next. All right, so now it's going to give me a preview of what this proposal is going to look like before I actually send it out. So it's going to put your agency logo at the top here, who the proposal was created for, who in my office created that proposal, a little GIF of the video we've created, little subsection for home insurance, and now it's going to break down a comparison of our agency, what we're recommending versus their current policy, and it's going to break down the savings. There's the note that I added. Scroll down to the auto insurance section of the proposal. Same type of thing. You're going to see the side-by-side comparison and the total savings. Keep going down here, and we're going to see some information about the insurance companies that we have recommended on this proposal. And just these little bullet points are going to prevent a lot of questions that you may get from prospects who may not be familiar with the carrier that you're recommending. Let's go on down the page more. And at this point, I'm going to highlight some of the testimonials that I've received from clients over the years. And this is going to give that social proof that makes people feel more comfortable doing business with you. And then finally, at the bottom, there's a little bio about our agency. So this is all editable. Obviously, this is going to be unique to every single insurance agency. You decide what information shows up right here. Of your signature at the bottom, and then you can have a couple of call to action buttons at the bottom here. Someone could ask you a question, they could schedule an appointment, or they could actually say that, I'm ready to move forward and accept a proposal. So that's what this looks like. And now what I have the option to do is send out this proposal to the prospect. And I can send it via email, I can send it via text, or I can send it via email and text. So I can tweak this any way that I like, my templated messages that I send out to people, and then I would just say send now and it's off. So that is what a side-by-side proposal looks like. If you're looking to create your proposals a little bit quicker, the other option you may want to check out is our ability to upload a PDF directly from the carrier. And let me show you what that looks like. So for the most part, the layout is going to be very similar. You still get your agency logo at the top, the information about the prospect and who prepared it, your video. The only real difference is instead of showing the side-by-side comparison, for each section, what's going to happen is you just embed the actual proposal from the carrier right here. Then go down here, same thing for auto insurance. We're embedding the proposal from the carrier. So the process is very similar. It's just if you want to quickly get these proposals out, and you don't want to take the time of data entry, side-by-side comparison, you could quickly choose this PDF route. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of how Strong Proposals works. Of course, as you go into the system, you'll find some more bells and whistles, and you may have questions. And of course, our team is here to help you out with those questions. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.